Hey folks, well, I figured it is the end of the day, and I told you guys I'd keep you up to date on what's been going on in the shop since we're not doing our billows video. And yeah, first of all, I put out a notice today on Facebook. If you are in the southwest Georgia or southeast Alabama area, that's kind of a triangle between Dothan, Albany, and Tallahassee, I am looking for a little bit of videography help. If you have some experience with a camera, either a still camera or a video camera, please send us an email. We might be interested in talking to you for doing a little work on the weekends. We need a little bit of help handling all the video stuff. But as far as the update for today, you can see back behind me, here is our super cool fire screen, and you can see that behind it is the actual screen. It has finally come in. I will be carving it up and edging it and getting it in place so that the fire screen itself will be done. But of course, over the past couple days, if you've been following on Instagram, you have seen that we have been working on our fireplace set. Again, it has been agonizingly slow simply because I've been taking the time to make a bunch of new tooling. Now, one thing about me is that I take my own advice. You guys have always heard me talk about what tongs that you need. Well, you have to make them, you have to get the right tool for the job, and buddy, believe me, that's exactly what's been going on, and one of the reasons I've been going so slow, because I have been making several new tools, new sets of tongs, because I'm using some steel stock that I don't normally use, and I don't have tongs specifically fit for it. Now, there are some tongs that I have that can kind of make do, but that's a problem. If you're really doing precision work and you want to do the right stuff, you got to be able to secure your work. So let's take a quick look at our pieces of our fireplace stand. I've got everything done with the hooks, which I'll do in the morning, and let's take a quick look. So the first piece I want to show you guys is going to be this guy right here. This is the upright. It is 36 inches high. And you can see we've got some really nice raised texture detail here. You know, the thing I hate about the camera here is you really can't get a sense of just how thick this stuff is. This is actually 1-inch material, and it's been tapered just a little bit, giving a really good solid texture. And if you notice these grooves, of course, I made a particular top hammer to actually come in here and groove that. And let's see, this is going to be our cross member. Again, made from 1 inch, and with a big chunky 3/4 inch rivet that's going to go in there, and that makes a cruciform. Here I'll actually mount my hooks. And the base of this guy is really the interesting part. Now, I absolutely ripped this off of a Samuel Yellen design that I saw. And I'm going to tell you, over the years now, you know, anybody that's done blacksmithing for any amount of time for money has made some fireplace tools. It's one of the best sellers that you can have. But the fireplace stand is always a pain in the butt. If you make it with legs, it usually looks like dookie. Because normally, if you're starting out, you really can't work steel that's really over a 1/2 inch thick. And so it means you've got these little spider legs hanging off. They look terrible. So, and I did the same thing. But on the flip side of that, if you want a really good sturdy tool stand, then you need a really good heavy base. And having a piece of 1/2 inch plate or thicker down there at the base is usually the solution. But that makes for a super heavy base. You have a base that's 12 inches wide, a 1/2 inch plate, that's a big one. And if you're just starting out in blacksmithing, you're not going to have access to a lot of 1/2 inch plates. So one of the solutions here is to actually take some, this is 11 gauge, it's 1/8 of an inch thick, and I have ringed this with some 1 inch by 1/2 inch. Again, you can see a pattern that we copied in the fire screen itself. Now, I had to compromise a little bit because normally I would do this out of quarter plate and butt it up, but I only have this 1/8 of an inch stuff. And you can see what's happened is I've just tack welded on the bottom. Now, normally, I don't like there to be any of this crap exposed, but since it's going to be on the bottom here, I'm saying we're going to leave good enough alone. But this is 14 inches across. You can see that it's very solid, very nice and heavy. It will rivet here. Now, the only other thing that I'll end up doing, and this is where I'm playing with, I'm either going to have 3 points of contact or 4, because I'm going to have to raise this up just a little bit, because when this guy is actually tenon jointed in there. I'm going to have a button on that other side, and it's going to cause it to rock on that button. So I'm going to have to raise it up and give it a couple little feet somehow. But that's all part of prototyping. And, you know, understand that today is Thursday, and that means that I now have almost 9 days, almost 9 full days in this particular set, and I'm probably going to need 2, if not 3 more to finish it up. It's a lot of hours. Now, the fact is, it is being prototyped, and a lot of those hours goes to the actual tooling that I've been making. So, you know, you guys that are in business, when you talk about how long it takes to make something, well, unless you have something that you've made before and you have all the tooling, you have to figure in those hours that you spend making the tools to make the item. So, because probably a full third of everything that's been going on with this piece has been new tool making. So, well guys, we're getting into the weekend. I'm going to have a couple more videos out. Of course, we're going to have Cool Tool Tuesday coming back up. Those have already been filmed. But I'm going to be keeping you guys posted right here in the shop. Thank you guys for following along. Remember, Patreon, all that kind of good stuff, and freaking mosquitoes. Ow, bit me right on the damn finger. You guys be good.